Hey Collective, what's up everybody? This is Una Fierce on the Eclectic Witch Tarot Show, here to bring you guys a message from Spirit. I'm going to start by clearing the energy. Alright, Spirit. Spirit keeps telling me the Kipper deck tonight. I'm going to try it out. Alright. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're all are doing good. I'm pre-recording this for tomorrow. So it is nighttime at the moment where I am, but when you see it, it's going to be morning time. Hopefully we're going to get some beautiful weather tomorrow. It rained all day here. It was a good day for sleeping. That's okay. I was ready for it. I did get some stuff done, but I didn't feel bad about resting. Let's put it that way. All right, Spirit, one for the collective. All right, this one hit first. We're going to start with adjudication and despair. That sounds cheerful. All right, Spirit, must have something to say. All right, what else? Occupation. All right. Wealthy man. And one more, Spirit. If you have it. I'm going to take the one on top, journey. Journey and distant horizons. We'll just put these two together. All right. Off the top of my head, I feel like something's changing in the energy. Somebody's facing possibly some kind of court battle. Maybe there's been some change in the energy as far as a way that somebody's been being looked at. This judge looks like he's got a little bit of a smile on his face, like he's feeling like justice is being served. He's doing some heavy thought there. Although I noticed these people seem to be looking down. Maybe they're not very happy about what's been going on. Yeah, because it doesn't look like the sentence has been issued yet. They're not too sure about the situation. But he's definitely heavy in thought. And then we've got despair. Okay. Not hiring. This guy's been having a tough time. All right. Occupation. Work has not been going very well, possibly. She seems kind of not very excited about what she's doing. She's working hard. And then we got wealthy man and journey and distant horizons. I feel like this is about, just off the top of my head, I feel like this is about Spirit saying you're about to be justified from a situation that has, a work situation that has not been the best for you. Maybe somebody's coming in to help you. Maybe you're about to go on a journey with this person in the near future. All right, let's see. Where are we going from here, Spirit? I'm gonna check out some Alice in Wonderland, see if we can get some clarity on this. Shuffle them this way. I have so many big cards, I usually shuffle them sideways, but these little ones I can do the regular way. Gets them a little bit better. All right, good enough. Spirit, give me one for adjudication. I want to say judification for some reason. I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's so many. Nope. Just one at a time, please, Spirit. Follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what is best for you. Keep your temper. Don't allow anger to rule you. All right, I'm just going to start with the first one. Yeah. It says, trust yourself. You know what's best for you. I feel like you're judging some sort of situation yourself. Maybe you've been in some type of work situation that doesn't really resonate with you anymore. Maybe you're deciding that you want to do something completely different with your career path. Maybe there's a relationship that you're not so sure about. But Spirit's saying, you know what's best for you. You need to follow what it is that you're thinking, what you think that you need. Whatever this situation is that's been heavy on your mind. And the second card is keep your temper, don't allow anger to rule you. That's under despair. Yeah, whatever this is, this has been laying really heavy on your heart. It's been making you angry, it looks like. Angry and in despair. Something's been making you very unhappy. And of course you can't manifest anything good out of that place. I feel like Spirit's saying if you can manage to, you always want to try to get yourself out of, if you're in an angry vibration, that you know automatically that's not for you, okay? And despair as well. If this is something that's been causing you to be in these lower vibrations, that's your intuition, you know, right there. It tells you that this is not what's for you. Okay, what you've been doing is not what's for you. Give me one for occupation, Spirit. I'm just going to take the one on the top. It says, wake up, it's your moment. Yeah, okay. So I feel like this is definitely about a career path. Spirit's trying to get your attention and let you know that it is time to make a change. You've been working really hard for a really long time, but you don't need to work so hard. You can find something that you enjoy that is fun for you. It's your moment. It's your moment. There's flowers, there's happy little animals, you know, this if you can just realize that it's time to make this change, something really good is going to come out of this. All right, Spirit, give me one for wealthy man. Just one, please. All right, hold on. All right, one for wealthy man. There it is. It's always tea time, eternity, endless moments, repetition. Let me get one more for that, Spirit. I'm getting an idea, but I'm not sure. It seems kind of off. This one again, nature, communication. Okay. I feel like this is talking about your spiritual gifts is going to be the key to your wealthy path. Eternity, endless moments, repetition, the things that you've done in your past lives. I don't know if this is true for everyone or not, but I feel like in my own past life reading, I noticed that I followed a pattern. I've always been a healer. And I feel like through our lifetimes, as we learn lessons and do whatever we're called to in those lifetimes, we learn lessons from them, and we build on it as we go through each life. And I feel like this is talking about that your gifts and the things that you're meant to use are the things that you have been doing over and over again. And as far as this nature communication, I feel like pay attention in nature and synchronicities to see the things that you have conquered and that you excel in. It says flower energies, maybe the flowers that you're seeing, look up the spiritual meaning of those flowers. Check out the elements, what the elements are doing, what the animals are doing, like how they're behaving. A lot of times you'll find messages, well, all the time, you'll find messages and what you see out in the universe. Even pay attention to conversations that you hear other people having. A lot of time you'll get your answers from that even. I feel like Spirit's saying these things that the universe is trying to show you are going to be the path to this wealthy man position. All right, Spirit, give me one for Journey and Distant Horizons. Just one, please. Find the lesson. Discover the purpose in a situation. Trust that you are learning. Yeah, I feel like this journey is this searching for answers. I feel like Spirit's saying, really, I want you to start digging into what else could be for you and what would be the best things for you based on what you already know. And trust that the messages that are coming to you are the ones that are going to bring you your answers. Because the time is now to start acting on these new things. Okay. Okay, where are we going from here now? I think we'll pull the money moves oracle. So we're apparently talking about career. one for good luck. Perfect. All right. Make sure. All right. Here's one for your own good advice. Wisdom. This card always comes out lately. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, again, you use your own best judgment. You know what's good for you. You already are realizing that you don't want to keep this. Whatever you've been doing, you don't want to keep doing it. You fully realize that it is not making you happy. Okay. Says insight into the nature of physical objects gives you foresight. Use your best judgment. Yeah, something's happening in your physical that's showing you that you really need to change lanes. And again, with the owl we're talking about, this is ancient wisdom. These are lessons that you've already learned in past lives, and you have the eyes to see that this is no longer for you. This is not a surprise message for you. Okay, let me get one for despair and keep your temper, Spirit. Investments made will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. I feel like this is talking about if we're talking about emotions, I feel like we're talking about finding pretty things, finding things that make you happy, find the light in your situation, find the things that bring you light and happiness. Just kind of look like birthday candles, you know, everybody's happy at a birthday party, right? I feel like God is saying invest your time and your energy into something positive, something that will bring prosperity. You can't be in a prosperous state if you're angry and in despair. It's just not possible. Energy doesn't work like that. You have to be in the same vibration of what it is you're trying to manifest. I feel like Spirit's saying, you know, invest wisely. If you're, hey, you know, you can live this life either happy and doing something hard, or you can be angry and doing something hard. Either way, you're, you know, most likely going to be working hard, okay? But invest wisely. Do it on something that brings you joy and is going to bring you a good, positive turnover for it. Invest your thoughts into something that is going to change things for you. And definitely you have to find something that makes you happy that you're doing, something that you enjoy. Because that's the only way to manifest prosperity and abundance. Anyone for wake up and occupation, Spirit? I'm just going to take the top one. Flexibility. Adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, adaptation, change, etc. Be flexible in your methods. Yeah, I feel like this is, you have to be willing to change. The times are changing now. We're moving away from these three-dimensional jobs where we're working for other people for very low wages, giving our time and energy for little to no money. I feel like Spirit's saying it's time to start investing your energy into something that's going to help you to bring change into your situation. Finding these lessons and taking this journey. It may be a slow process, but you know, you can work at a crappy job for 2 years, or you can work on building a business that you love for 2 years. Either way, you're going to be there for 2 years. Spirit's saying start thinking about what you would like to do, and be willing to be flexible to make it happen. Like you might have to do a little bit of both for a while, okay? But if you're feeling like a change needs to happen, then Spirit's saying, what are you waiting for? Humans don't really seem to like change too much. We get caught up in our patterns and our habits. But, you know, they're not necessarily always for our best good, right? Just because somebody's been smoking for 25 years doesn't mean that, you know, it's good for them. It's just their habit, you know. Spirit's saying it's time to start waking up to this idea of you can have this better life. You just got to start putting your thinking cap on and thinking about what it is. What do you want to see? What do you want to see happen in your life? What changes do you want to make in the world? And I say that in the world because the universe will bless any career path that you want to take that's gonna help humanity. It's gonna help others. If you're doing it out of a good heart and you're wanting to make a difference, Spirit is definitely going to bless that. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about making these changes. What good can I do with my life, with my avatar? What can I do to bring change? All right, let me get one for a wealthy man, and it's always tea time. Duality. Do not forget about the dual nature of people. Do not lose your vigilance. I feel like Spirit's saying don't lose your head about this. Like when you're starting to think about, okay, what can I do? Don't forget that, you know, we all have the ability to do things, I won't say the right way or the wrong way, because there is no right or wrong, but duality is talking about the spiritual war that goes on within all of us, the light versus the dark. The dark is what's been ruling our planet thus far, and is why we're all in the mess that we're in. Okay, the greed for money, the powers that be that are just keeping us all trapped to continue to make them money and whatnot. Well, we all have that. We all have that ability to have that thought process. And I feel like Spirit's saying, don't forget that that's not the goal here. We're not gonna hurt people to get ahead. But what can we do to help people? Don't lose your vigilance. Don't forget that that's actually the goal. If you want to be blessed in what you're doing, that's Spirit's goal. Spirit's goal is to help everybody. God isn't just thinking about you or me. God's thinking about everyone here and what the whole world needs. And if you can keep that focus, then that's going to take you to this path of the wealthy man. All right, Spirit, let me get one more for Find the Lesson and Journey in Distant Horizons. All right, I got two again. They're conflicting cards, so I guess we're going to talk about duality some more. All right. So the first one that flipped over is resources. Be grateful for what you have and save something for the future. Use wisely and as needed. And the other one is wrong decision. Reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Think before you act. Okay, so there's two ways to do this. If you want to follow the light path, then gratefulness is the key. Gratefulness, being frugal with your, not frugal necessarily is not the word, being resourceful with your money, using it for, building yourself, use it wisely and as you need it. Cut out the frivolous spending, use your resources to help build yourself, okay? And build this light path. I'm hearing you've learned this lesson before. You've done this before. This is one of the lessons you've learned in your past lives, that you had the money and you spent it on frivolous stuff. You had the Lux life, but you didn't do good with it, which is the wrong decision. Acting recklessly with your money and spending it on partying and buying, I don't know, whatever. I mean, it's your money, spend it how you want to, but maybe you could do without the $1,000 pants or whatever. Maybe you don't need to. Maybe it would be better before you start just spending like a crazy person to think about what you're using your money for, because I feel like Spirit's gonna bless you, but only if you're doing what you're being called to do with it. I think this is a friendly heads up and reminder that you're going to be blessed for a reason, okay? And it's not just to make you rich. You're being called to be a steward of money to help the collective and help this world get out of the stuck situation that we're in. Maybe you're going to be blessed with overflow so that you can help homeless people and feed orphans and do things for humanity with it. I feel like, this is your friendly reminder that, when this money starts coming in, don't forget where you came from. And don't forget why you're being given this opportunity. If you want to continue to be blessed in your path. And also, if you want to be able to build what you're trying to build. If you get a little bit of money and it's meant to help you build your business, and then you spend it on stupid stuff, go buy you a sports car or something, well then what? You got a nice car to drive, but what happens to your business? Spirit's saying be smart about the gifts that I'm going to give you for this work, and use it to build on what you have up to this point. All right. Let me get a couple of tea cards. At a half hour, so I don't go too much longer, but it seems like a weird place to end the reading, so I just want to see if there's any other thoughts here that can clarify what else Spirit might want to say. All right. So give me one for wisdom. We got the month of May. Maybe this is your birthday. Maybe this is when things will start making sense to you. Maybe this is when your path will be clarified. Something about the month of May. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. And those came out together. So I'm going to say that by May you should be, if you get started on this now, that by May you should be start at least seeing the path and things starting to happen. Investments, pay attention to your finances. Yeah, Spirit wants you to really be intentional with your money. Use it to make this new career path happen. Okay, we got mountain, major challenge to overcome. I'm just going to take the one on top because there's like 10 of them here. Major challenge to overcome. Okay, well, so it's, nothing, change is not easy. Okay, it is what it is. You have to reroute your thoughts and change your routines and, changing your career, apparently. That's a pretty big change. Okay, but Spirits, I'm hearing you can move mountains. It's not something to be afraid of, okay? Give me one for wealthy man and duality. Eagle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles, yeah. You have the right heart to make the right choices, and you are being blessed by the universe for these changes that you're making. Spirit's saying just do it. You will do it. If you intend to do it and you take the steps to do it, you will do it. Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. It's okay, nothing wrong with that. Nobody ever, if you don't take risks, you don't make anything good changes. What am I trying to say? You know what I mean? If you don't invest, you're not going to make money on the stock market. If you don't play the lottery, you're never going to win. In order to make strides, you have to be willing to risk something. I feel like the only risk here really is just whether or not you're going to follow through. Do you trust yourself to follow through on this? To make the right decisions? All right, one more and I'm going to close it. Fan, romance, celebration, party. Yeah, okay. So if you get on with it, you got some celebrating to do in the end of this, okay? All right, you guys, that is the message. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you got the message that you needed from it. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I want to thank Spirit for this message. If you guys are interested in a personal reading or some distance Reiki or some life coaching, all my information is under my channel description. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you again soon. Thanks for coming.